Hello, welcome to Black Cat Guidance. All kind people are welcome here. Today we're going to do our predictions for April 2024. Now, I want to remind you that tarot does not predict the future. Tarot reads the current energies and suggests what might happen if you stay in that current energy. So you always have the power to change anything. But, this is maybe giving you an idea of what to expect. And I hope that you enjoy it. Okay, we have 3 groups here. We have group 1 with the rainbow moonstone. Excuse the traffic. We have group 2 with this beautiful ammonite. And we have group 3 with this green aventurine. All right, take a deep breath and choose your group. Hello, group 1, and welcome to your April 2024 reading. I'm so excited to get started and see what we have coming up here. You chose this beautiful rainbow moonstone. I think it helps with intuition and love and fertility. I don't know a ton about crystals, so you might want to look that up. I just love how they look and feel. Okay, we're going to get started with your oracle cards. I pre-shuffled this pile for you to save time. Okay, we have the porcupine and the anemone with boundaries. We have the ram and the dahlia with determination. Ooh, somebody's being tough here, huh? We have change of seasons. Let's see if we can put that up there. We have the red garden. Okay. Now let's see what we have for your tarot. We have the lovers. We have strength. We have ace of cups. Oh, wow. Okay. We have king of swords. And we have the wheel of fortune. Wow. Okay. So, right away, and this, may not resonate with you, but I'm seeing this as a love situation. It could be just any interpersonal relationship. But, you've got the lovers here, the ace of cups. I think that, it points strongly to a love situation, but it could just be any close relationship. But what I'm seeing is you have had a prickly past with this person, with this porcupine and boundaries. You felt like you had to put up some extra boundaries. And it feels like one or both of you may be standing in some very stubborn energy, which happens, right? Here you have the change of seasons and the red garden. So I'm seeing this as a past relationship that's coming back around. Now, the caveat, do not go back to former relationships that are hurtful in any way. Use your own judgment on that. But sometimes, there just needs to be a cooling off period, right? So you can learn more about each other and you can learn more about yourselves and come together in better alignment. And I feel like that's what's trying to happen here. Whether you do come back together is entirely up to you. With this red garden, I think of abundance, I think of growing, I think of passion. So I think while you've been away, while you've been in separation or no contact or in low contact, that has given both of you the space to grow emotionally and miss each other a little bit. Learn what you miss from each other. Which is leading to this change in seasons. Okay, we have the Lovers here. That can mean a choice, which, you know, it is a choice whether you let them back in or not. But it also, of course, is Lover's energy. It's romantic energy. Yeah, I feel like you've been waiting for something. So either you've been waiting to get to a certain point in your healing before you contact this person, or you're waiting for them to contact you. Either way, they are going to contact you. They're going to come at you in a very loving way with a very loving offer. But they're also coming in with some information that's going to clear things up for you. Maybe something was a misunderstanding and they have the last piece of the puzzle that'll make you understand what really happened between the two of you, right? And the great thing is you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is the luckiest card in the deck. It means you'll be standing opposite of where you are now. And, you know, it looks like this is going to turn around from something that was maybe tough and prickly to something more warm and loving. You know, again, it's all up to you, but that's the energy I'm seeing coming in. Let's get just a few more cards to see. Excuse the traffic. I'm not sure why there's so much traffic today. There's never traffic on my road. We have the Queen of Swords, which this is a divine pair. So I see that, you know, they're definitely going to find that you're sitting in a space of logic, and as opposed to emotional decision making, which, considering your past, I think that's perfectly reasonable and good. But, you know, it may be intimidating for them at first, but they understand why, because they're coming in with the same energy of saying, you know, there's been a lot of hurtful stuff, but here's the truth. Here's what really happened, without bringing our feelings into it. Okay. Yeah, you were tired. Someone wore you out. Someone wore you out emotionally. And, oh, well, yeah. And so you moved on. You just decided to walk away. I don't think you decided if it was permanent or not, but I think all you could think of in that moment was to get to a new place, away from the frustration you were feeling in this. The Magician. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you manifested them coming back, or if they did. But anyway, I do see a big transformation in all this. I see, you know, maybe you've both really grown to where you can fit in alignment. And I'm seeing go into this with an open mind. I don't think that that means you have to let your guard down. You know, do what you feel is comfortable, but I do think, you know, maybe keeping score and holding on to resentments is not going to help you either way. It's not going to help you if you decide to go back. It's not going to help you if you decide to stay away. So probably let those down and trust yourself to make the decision on whether this is something that you want to renew, because it's coming in for you. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I can't wait to hear what happens for you in April. Have a good day. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your April 2024 predictions. You chose the beautiful Ammonite. I love this thing. I could look at it all day. It's quite gorgeous. All right, so I've pre-shuffled all the cards for you today to save us some time. And we're going to start with some oracle cards. Okay, and I chose 2 oracle cards for everybody per deck, and you got 3 per deck. So Spirit had something extra to tell you today, maybe? I don't know. Okay. We have the snail and the huckleberry, trust in the invisible. We have the hawk and the thistle, graceful persistence. We have the weasel and the pine, introspection. We have touch the sky. That is such a beautiful card. Look at the little bird. We have moon dance. And we have lullaby. I love this card. I'll put the names of the decks down in the description to share credit with these beautiful card makers. Okay, so your tarot. We have 5 of coins, 5 of pentacles. We have 3 of pentacles. We have 10 of wands. We have 10 of swords. And we have 3 of swords. Sweetheart, you've been through it lately. Oh, wow, you've been through it lately. But the one thing I'm really seeing that's a very positive thing, and that's the thing that's going to bring about this change from this heartbrokenness to this struggle, is collaboration, or comfort from your friends, maybe collaboration with your friends. Maybe you will start a business or start a club, but I feel like you need some fellowship right now. I feel like maybe you haven't made the time for it. And I feel like you're sort of just almost despondent, feeling really sad lately. Like things have been just really tough and unfair. But this 5 of Pentacles is showing that, this light in the window, you'll have a place to come in out of the cold. And that will involve your friends, your coworkers, your family. It'll involve other people. Yeah, this graceful persistence. Just keep on going forward, but seek help. Trust in the invisible. Ask for the things you need. Most of the time, people don't get what they want because they're afraid to ask for it. Ask for what you need. That's what your friends are there for. That's what that's your purpose for them, right? Like, if they called you up and said, hey man, I really am in a hard spot, wouldn't you try to help them any way you could? If you had the resources available and the energy available, of course you would. They'll do the same, but they can't read your mind, okay? I think you've been turning inside for too long. It's time to turn outward and and really rely on those who are there to help you. They love you. They want to help you, and they would be sad to know that you feel like this and you weren't reaching out to them. So please reach out to them. Also, I'm seeing here, in trust the invisible, touch the sky. Maybe get more in touch with your spirituality, whatever that means to you. talk to God, talk to Source, talk to the trees, talk, something that you feel makes you connected to the rest of us. And have faith in it, trust it. Put your ego aside, because so much of not believing and not trusting is ego. Your ego saying, oh, that won't work. Oh, I'm just being delusional. I'm just being silly. No, you're a human being and you have a spirit. And you need to nurture that spirit as much as you need to nurture your health. As much as you need to go to the dentist, you need to do spiritual practices, whatever that means to you. It could just mean, going on a walk in the woods. It can mean finding an elderly person to talk to. There are tons of possibilities, and only you know what's right for you. But this is really encouraging you. Hey, use April to get away from this energy by connecting to others and connecting to Source, whatever Source is for you. It's really important. It's really important. And, it's this woman is walking this wire here, but look, she's connected. There's something supporting her. She's not going to fall because something from the heavens is supporting her. And these three little birds, just like these three little pentacles, her three little friends are cheering her on. They're encouraging her. They're supporting her. And this is going to bring you great comfort. You're going to move into a more comforting time in your life in April when you start collaborating with your friends, when you start reaching out to Source. You're really going to stop feeling the jabs of these ten of Swords and the burden of this Ten of Wands, the heartbreak of this Three of Swords. You're going to move out of this energy into something much better. But you have to put your ego aside, and you have to believe, really, believe in yourself if nothing else, okay? But please reach out to people and reach out to Source. And I see that this is going to end up being a beautiful month for you. All right, I hope that you enjoyed your reading, and have a great day. Hello, Group 3. I'm so glad to have you here for your April 2024 reading. I've pre-shuffled the cards for you to save time today. You chose the green aventurine, which is my favorite stone. I think it's just gorgeous. All right, we're going to start with some, some oracle cards today. We have the sheep and the blackberry with devotion. We have the skunk and the magnolia with protection. We have the deer and the oat with healing. We have the art of seduction. Oh my, what a beautiful card. And we have Lorelei. Okay. And for your tarot cards, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Let's see if we can't. Yeah. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Chariot. And we have this beautiful card, the Moon. Okay. Devotion, protection, healing, seduction. Well, devotion and protection is definitely making me think of you as the Queen of Pentacles, who is this nurturing queen. She very much loves her home and her family and animals, and taking care of them and making sure their protection. She's devoted to that. And I believe that's you. I believe you're sitting in that energy right now. Or you will be in April. You've gone through some healing, or you're in a healing place right now, or you're attempting to heal. And I think that there was a relationship that maybe fizzled out. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be. It can be just a close interpersonal relationship. But, seduction really, and all this red makes me think that it might be a romantic relationship. But anyway, it fizzled out, right? Or it went wrong, or they ghosted you, or something like that, right? And so you've been sitting on the bank ever since. You've been sitting on the shoreline and deciding how you're going to approach what's coming. Deciding how you're going to proceed in the future with all this heartache, right? And the thing about Lorelai is that she's totally in control of this ship and all these people on it, right? She's sitting there despondent with a broken heart. And she could take that hurt out on these people, on these innocent people that didn't have anything to do with her broken heart. She could, wreck the ship, or she could pull it in gently and safely in a spirit of kindness and forgiveness and healing. And so I'm feeling like lately you've been, excuse the traffic, I feel like lately you've been in this spirit of, or in this mindset of being tempted to take your frustration and your anger out on someone, or just the world in general, or your new opportunities. That's really what I'm seeing. It's like, I was hurt before. There's no way I'm going to go do this again. There's no way I'm going to proceed in that direction again. Your past is your past. And, just because something happened in the past doesn't mean that that's how it's going to go in the future. I'm not saying don't learn from your mistakes. But what happens is you learn from your past. And so you can continue on that path with a new mindset, with a healthier mindset, with a healed mindset. So you don't repeat your mistakes. But, if you're faced with choosing to get your frustrations out with hatefulness or with love, please choose the kinder path. It takes a little more work and it takes a little more self-discipline, but I really think it's worth it. Go home and take your frustrations out by beating your pillow, screaming in your pillow, digging up the garden, riding your exercise bike, something like that. But please be careful with the hearts of other people. They're every bit as vulnerable as yours is. People just hide it differently. We're all just sort of hurt little kids in these adult bodies, And the next time you feel frustrated or so hurt that you want to hurt someone else, just imagine their inner child. Imagine that little kid heart inside their body. And it will be hard. It will be hard to be mean to them. I'm not saying at all that you're a mean person. We all do this. We all have this choice to make. I mean, you should hear me in traffic. I'm not I'm not the nicest person. I don't want to be that person, but we all have that in us. So, anyway, I'm seeing that you'll be sitting in, you've decided to take this more nurturing path, right? And you'll be sitting in your abundance, and you'll be focused on the things that you're supposed to be focused on, which are the things that depend on you for nurturing, the things that depend on you for guidance. And this is going to usher in complete abundance. You're going to feel, the more you choose the kind path, the more abundance you feel. And that's abundance in all its forms, right? Yeah, I see where something hurt you. You have been focusing on the hurt. You've been focusing on these spilled cups instead of these two full cups behind you. You know, you just need to turn around and focus on the good things. Let the bad things, it's spilled. There's nothing you can do. You have no power there. So turn around. Take your power and turn around and enjoy these two cups that are full. There's something here going on behind the scenes that you don't know about yet. I think maybe it's between you and Source. I think maybe it's your subconscious, but I think the more that you talk to yourself, and the more that you get real with yourself, you're going to have more power in this situation. It's going to get easier. It's going to get easier to sit in this Queen of Cups power. Queen of Pentacles power. Queen of Cups, there might be something to that. Which is also emotional stability, that kind of thing. So I'm seeing that April is ushering in very quickly a much more peaceful time for you. And all this might be taking place internally. This might not be a thing that other people can see. But I see that if you're doing this work, then you're going to be sitting in a calmer place. Almost a daydreamy place. Because there's not any friction. There's not any drama. And I feel like that's really going to bring you a lot of peace. Let's get a couple more cards just to see if there's anything else that Spirit needs to tell us about April. Group 3 in April, please, Spirit. What does Group 3 need to know about April? Spirit, is there anything else that Group 3 needs to know about April? Okay. Yeah. This death card is so interesting to me. Okay, death, for one thing, does not actually mean death. It's the death and rebirth card. But you're walking away from something that you can't go back to. It's a change from something that you can't return to. But also what I love about this card is that you're seeing the man behind the curtain. You see this shadow of this scary skeleton. But really, you're seeing it's just a man back there. So what this is telling me is things are not as scary as they appear. They're only scary if you refuse to look at them and explore them and believe that they're everything that they appear. There's nothing to be afraid of here. So take some time. Nurture yourself as much as you nurture others. That's the biggest point I think Spirit is making here for April. All right? Well, I hope that you enjoyed your reading, and I hope that you enjoy your April. Have a great